Hey, how you doing? This is Chad.
I'm Dan.
We're from Bad Plan, as you know. We're here to see Dan's shed. This is like our studio, our workspace, the common room.
Yeah, for us and also TerraVision.
Yeah,
Horror podcast.
There's awesome stuff here. Lots of horror stuff that we're going to show you. Okay. Hey, Jason.
Big Jason figure. I got this one from back in the day when I worked at the Pulp Fiction Comics. I think the boss gave it to me for Christmas one day.
Wicked.
And look, you can... Look at his face.
Oh, man. He needs a facial.
Got a Clive Barker comic.
Signed?
Signed by Clive Barker.
That's brilliant.
Got
Cool.
that one up there. We've got some lobby posters. So back in the day in the theatre, they did the lobby posters, like the short ones, things. And I got hold of back in. Do you remember what was that like? There was like a poster shop in the city back in the day, like Movie Maniacs, and then they had a poster one. Yeah, they had a whole bunch of old lobby posters, and I paid a bit back then for these, like for Nightmare 4, 3, Friday, the Fridays and stuff like that.
2 and 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Then my mate just framed them up, so that's pretty good. Got the old Obey from oh man, I forgot the name. I've lost it. They Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Geiger.
Bit of Geiger, and stuff like that. It's a little bit of the horror that's here.
Games, manga.
Books and games, manga. We got
Gremlins.
yeah, Gremlins. This is a great I think it's Necker. It's like Spike with the. I liked it because it had the skateboard and the chainsaw and the buzzsaw.
That's perfect.
It's perfect for everything that I like. We got the dodgy, the very first Hellraiser replica that they did ages ago. I got this in the 90s or something like that. And then but then you've also got the King Boy.
Don't touch it.
The King Boy. This is heavy mahogany. This is based on Hellraiser 3. So it's got the black side on it and the actual wood sides.
Oh, sweet.
And it's weighty. It's prop replica. Got this through Jen from TerraVision Horror Podcast. She imports horror stuff. So a bunch of my crap. And I put it under here because it copies, the in Hellraiser 2. There's the dude with them all under the glass and stuff like that. So I wanted to be that guy.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Here's the most horrible thing in the room. Hey, Eli.
Yeah, this is
show us these, man.
This is the game section. Oh, yeah, over here.
Yeah.
So these are my Clive Barker Tortured Souls figures. Massive fan of Clive Barker. Back in the day, they did a whole bunch of figures. He did. Is this series 1 or 2? I can't remember.
And it's Clive Barker x Todd McFarlane, right? From Spawn and stuff.
Yeah. So it's Todd McFarlane doing the Clive Barker toys. They did a run of these. This is Tortured Souls 2 kind of thing. So I always wanted these, and I never got them back in the day. There was I really was oh man. There's actually another one from Series 1 that I want. They did a massive one. I never got that either.
Show us your favourite one, the one that inspired the Ember Boss.
So this was the one that inspired my End of Ember Boss, as you can see. Quite similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always wanted them and I couldn't get them. Then one day, I was at one of the comic and toy fairs and I saw a mate that I hadn't seen in 20 years and he's he was there and he's like, what are you doing here, man? He's like, I'm here to sell some stuff, just see if I can sell it just to the vendors. Pretty funny plan. And I go, what's in your bag? And he opened up, it was the whole set of these. And I was like, oh man, I want how much you want for them. And he said this price that I thought was quite cheap. And I'm like, dang. He didn't even get in the door. I was setting up my booth for the comic shop and for TerraVision. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy I got them, a whole set. That's
wicked. And not so horror, but you got to tell us about the boards, man.
So these are skateboards from a skateboard company that I used to do called Meisner Skateboards. This is some of them. There's about 20 or 30 more under the desk over there. We started doing full horror boards and stuff. We did a Ring one, an American Werewolf in London one, and some other ones.
Oh, great film. You seen that film, Eli? You got to watch that, American Werewolf in London.
It's good. And this is just some of the boards that I've kept out. This is one done by Sian. She's a really, really good Adelaide artist. I think she goes by, her online name is Tsunami Hija.
Oh, yeah,
I know. She does really good stuff. And this is some of the...
Poke your mum?
Poke your mum, no. Yeah, peek at you, Bulbasaurs and Scatata. But yeah, and this is a little bit where we record the TerraVision, horror podcast, me and Jen. So if you feel like horror, we do a podcast. Got my OG, this is my OG, like Evil Dead 2 poster I've had my entire life since like I got it from the video shop. I was that kid who put his name on the posters at the video shop. And this is just a reprint of the Evil Dead. This is still a pretty old one, but it's not like an OG one. But yeah, I think that's I mean, there's more in here.
And then
there's a lot of nerd stuff as well. There's like anime, massive fan of anime, massive fan of like old video games and stuff like that.
tell us about the bar.
The bar. This is the bar. I made this out of pallets. So this is I literally went and stole Chet pallets from around the place. Got my mate's van, Ross from Greenlight, and like we just went around and stole pallets. Took them home, pulled them all apart, sanded them back, and then just stained them. And because I'd just been to Japan, I want to make this Japanese themed bar. So this is all just pallets. Like it's been around for a while now.
Just make it, get it done.
Second house.
And then this is a new entry. Yeah. The banner.
The banner.
The banner, yeah. So if you're not familiar with End of Ember, you will be soon.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Thanks, Dan.
No
Great
worries.
tour. Cheers. See you, Eli.
Bye.
Bye.